Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to Cornwall, welcome back to my living room, and welcome back to another week where we're not in the car, because if you have been following along with the previous vlog and the previous post on YouTube, you'll know that I broke my foot over the Easter weekend, but if you haven't caught up, let me just give you the short story, the abridged story. So yes, Easter weekend, went to do the laundry, edge of a paving slab outside, my foot hit the edge of the paving slab and rolled and took me down with it. And I was like, ooh, that's a nasty sprain. Walked on nasty sprain for a week and a half thinking, well, I could just walk it off. Getting ready for work on Thursday morning, and I jumped in the shower and I was like, ooh, my foot is more painful than usual, like surprisingly painful. Felt a little bit faint, turned the shower off, went to get out of the shower and lay down, and didn't get as far as the laying down part. Blacked out because my shower is in the bath, fell backwards and hit my back on the edge of the bath. When I came to, about half hour later, couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't do anything. So I had to crawl from the bath into the living room, get my phone, get my pajamas on, get a bag packed while crawling around, punt it down the stairs, get to the front door, call for an ambulance, and the lady on the phone is like, we can get an ambulance to you, but it'll be quicker if you get a family member. So my stepdad, who was in the area, took me to hospital, and at hospital they triaged it and they said, what's wrong with you? And I said, back, can't move, can't walk, can't do anything. And they went, oh cool. And because I was in my Jimmy Jams and no socks on, they went, your foot looks broken as well. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So they concluded there was nothing wrong. It was like just very deep bruising in my back. That'll go with time. X-rayed my foot and said, you've got a fractured fifth metatarsal. So they gave me a boot and a stick. So now you're all caught up. That is everything, and that was 2 weeks ago. There's been some movement since 2 weeks ago. So the sticks are standard crutches. Your standard crutches. Your standard. How tall are you? It's a personal question. How heavy are you? No, I'm 5'10", which is the same height as Napoleon Bonaparte was. So that's fun. Yeah, so I'm 5'10". Got a couple of sticks, and they gave me a boot. I'll show you the boot. The boot. The boot. This is in its unlaced thing. So if I sort of put it back together, let's see. There, that's kind of more boot-like, I guess. So you put your foot in, and it's got a hard plastic shell, and that keeps your foot rigid. It keeps your foot in a position. It's got some tread on the bottom, but otherwise, Velcro here. There's a pad on the inside which supports the top of your foot. And then you've got these Velcro straps, 1, 2, and 3, which I'm not going to do because you don't want me ripping Velcro into the microphone. It smells clean, actually, because I keep spraying it with disinfectant. And I also shower every morning. I'm a clean boy, what can I say? But wait, there's more. So I had that on for a week. So I've got the boot on, I'm going around in my crutches, doing stuff. Have a week off work. So I'm here, I've got the boot on during the day. At night, I'm taking it off and going to bed. The beginning of this week, I go back to work. So I figured that what I can do is I can take the boot off and I can put on a deck shoe, a canvas shoe, which is 2 sizes too big because my foot's all swollen up. And I can drive because the metatarsal, the broken bit is on the outside. So the big toe and everything is on the inside, so I can still push a pedal. And my car's an automatic. It's a good car. It's a great car. It's got 2 buttons, stop and go. It's kind of like driving a car in GTA with Xbox controls. So yeah, I took a quick trip to the supermarket the day before. I was like, yeah, this is fine. So I've been driving to work, and they've allowed me to park in the guest area, the visitor area, which is just outside the building. So I get out of the car and hop into the building, and it's fine. But Monday morning rolls around. Well, Sunday, but Monday morning was more noticeable. I wake up. It's like it's 6 something in the morning, and I'm laying down in bed, and there is an additional problem, which you can see because the sofa doesn't have any cushions on it. So I've taken all the cushions, and at the end of my bed what I've done is I've stacked up all the cushions from the sofa and made myself a little poor man's hospital bed so I can sleep sitting upright because I can't sleep laying down. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. My back still, 2 weeks later after passing out, is still painful. Can't lay down. So I'm sort of like sitting up in bed, duvet up, honk shimming. Alarm goes off. I'm like, okay, cool. Throw the duvet aside and then swing my legs out over the side of the bed and then put them down on the floor. And that's where the pain starts. My right leg, because that's the one with the broken foot, from the knee down starts to swell up. It's swollen anyway, but it starts to swell up more. And it's got the consistency of an overinflated football. So you go and squidge it, and there ain't no squidge. And my foot's pretty much the same. I'm like, okay, cool. And then my foot goes lilac, which is a beautiful color, but not a beautiful color on a human body. And so I take the crutch, and I'm like getting into the side of the sofa. Take my jimmy jams off, and then into the that's me hobbling into the shower, and then have a shower, and it is pain. So for the first 40 minutes of each morning, it is just agony from the knee down. It is absolutely frightening how much pain there is. So Wednesday rolls around, and I've done 3 days back at work, and it's the same routine. Wake up earlier than normal, deal with the pain, have a shower, get dressed. By the time I'm dressed and got the boot back on, like all velcroed up on my foot, the pains began to subside, take a painkiller, have breakfast, and then by the time I'm ready to go to work, it's all back to a manageable level. And I'm like, okay, drive to work. So I tell Mum this. Mum says, "Oh, how's work been?" And so I give her a bit of a FaceTime and tell her about the swollen leg from the knee down. And she's like, "Go to your doctor. Like, listen to your mother. Go to your doctor." And I'm like, scaredios. Okay, cool. That was Wednesday afternoon after work, and I was sat here and I was ready to record Baldur's Gate 3. Everything was all set up to record Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm like, when does my surgery close? Because in the UK, a doctor's office is called a surgery. I don't know if it's different anywhere else in the world. When does the surgery close? And so I looked it up on the internet. It's like 6:30, and I'm like, oh well, it's 26 now. I can get there. That's fine. So grab my sticks, grab my bag, go down to the car, switch boot for canvas shoe, drive to the doctor's office. I'm there about 5 minutes to 6. And go up to reception. There is nobody else there. There's no one in the waiting room. There's no one at reception. The place is like the Mirror Celeste. And I'm like, but the website said 6:30, and it's like 3 minutes to 6. And the receptionist comes out and just stares at me, and I'm like, I need to make an appointment, please. I didn't realize the website's wrong, and they actually closed at 6 o'clock. So with 3 minutes to go, she takes my deets. It's like date of birth, your name, and all that sort of stuff. Sends me a link on my phone. Says, take a photograph of it, and that'll go on your medical record so your doctor can see. And your doctor will give you a call tomorrow. I could have called the doctors the next day. I could have called the doctors in the morning, but I decided just get it done. Like, when it comes to medical stuff, I'd rather try and walk it off. But if Mum turns around and goes, nope, get it done, I'm like, sugar, I better get it sorted. So yeah, had a phone appointment with the doctor. Next day at work, comes the afternoon, bingly beep, get a call on my phone. I'm like, hey doc, I got a problem. And he's like, yep, you do. Describe it to me. And I'm like, okay, so waking up in the morning, foot goes lilac, lots of pain. He's like, And I'm like, yep, calf is like an overinflated football. And he's like, come see me now. Oh, that's not good. So go to my line manager and like, I need to go to the doctor's in like 20 minutes. Okay. So jump in the car, go over the docks, get there with like 5 minutes to spare. Doctor comes out, go to the doctor's office and sit down. He's like, I haven't seen you before. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not in the habit of hurting myself and having to come to the doctor's. So yeah, he's like, yeah, it's fine if you're healthy, if you're fit and healthy. It's not unusual not to see your doctor. But he takes a tape measure and he measures my leg and he measures my good leg, and he gives it a squidge and says, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? And I'm like, no, you squidging my leg makes the pain go away. It's like, oh, feels pretty good. And I'm like, you can keep doing it, dude. Whatever. That's not the pain. The pain is. So I explained it to him, and he goes, I don't wish to be alarming. I don't wish to scare you, but this could be a blood clot. And I'm like, fudge. To give you an idea, we're coming into week 5 of when I would have initially broken my foot. So in terms of the timescale of where you are, week 3, you wear the boot for 3 weeks, and then the next 3 weeks you start taking the boot off, and you start weaning yourself off the crutches. So from week 6 to week 9, you should just be walking around fairly normally, and by week 12 you should be back to walking normally. This is a complication. This is a swelling of the leg, and it is excruciating. And yeah, he's like, yeah, that ain't normal. That ain't normal, bruh. We're going to do 3 things. We're going to put you on blood thinners. We're going to take some blood. And we're going to book you in for an ultrasound on your leg. And I'm like, okay, cool. We can do 2 of those things. Right. Blood thinners, yep. Ultrasound, yep. If you want to stick a needle in me, you got to be prepared, because I will be white as a sheet and laying on the floor, probably unconscious. And he said, oh, okay. And they probably won't like that up at the hospital, but because they want to do things in a certain order, and they want the patient to be identified as having a problem. They want the blood test, and then they'll do the ultrasound. And I'm like, mate, can they just do the ultrasound? Because it is still exploratory. We're not sure. But I once had a doctor try to put a cannula into my hand. He dug around for 5 minutes, like poking at the veins, didn't get anything in. And then went, I'm going to go for your arm. And I'm like, words that can't be said on YouTube. So yeah, I don't like needles. They hurt. Or they have hurt. It's like the difference between banging your leg on the coffee table and getting a needle is banging your leg on a coffee table is unexpected pain, and getting a needle in your arm is scheduled pain. Yeah, I'm not partial to the scheduled pain bit. So he was like, okay, look, I'll see if we can book you into the hospital and get an ultrasound. So I'm still waiting for the ultrasound on my leg. Can't do it myself because I don't have the equipment to do it. I did think about it. I've got a couple of Geiger counters. I got a metal detector. I got night vision. I've even got endoscopes. You think, he keeps talking about all this equipment. All of this equipment. No, I really have an endoscope. This is the bigger of the 2. I've got a smaller one with a smaller head. That would probably not be comfortable going inside you. This is more for like mechanical stuff. So, yeah, Geiger counter. I'm not even going to try and get it. It's back there somewhere. There's 2 of them. Night vision is a monocular. So, yeah, I've got a lot of kit, but I don't have the right kit to do an ultrasound on myself, which would be amazing. But, blood thinners. Can I show you this without being doxing myself? Probably. So, blood thinners. Which is gonna... Is that even gonna... Oh, I don't even need... Because I can't pronounce it. It's... Can I get the exposure back to normal? Exposure normal. No. There's a fun of webcams. I've even had to sit back because I've realised on the last video I was too close to the webcam and I looked like an idiot. No, sorry. I was too close to the webcam, I looked like an idiot. So yeah, blood thinners. I've got a month's worth of blood thinners. How much did that cost? The visit to the doctor and everything? Yeah, so for the Americans, again, free visit to the doctor. It's the NHS, and the prescription costs £9.90, or about $10. And it doesn't matter what you have in the prescription, it's just that is it. Unless you're exempt. If you're too young, too old, if you're on benefits, or if you have like a lifelong illness, they'll probably just give it to you for free. So yeah, the long and the short of it is possible blood clot in the leg. Blood thinners, are they working? I'm just squeezing my leg. I mean, it's right here. Okay, so my lower leg, definitely still tight, like a drum. Upper leg, meh, there's some movement, but it is definitely inflated. Are you worried? Yeah, blood clots are scary, yo. If it moves, if bits of it move, it can go into your brain, your heart, and your lungs, and that's a game over scenario. Game over, no respawn. If it goes into your kidneys or your liver and blocks the blood flow, it can cause them organs to disappear, which has happened to my great aunt. She lost a kidney. They were giving her a scan, and it's like, you don't have a kidney. And I'm like, oh, well, I've got two. How's the other one doing? They were like, not great. So yeah. A little concerned, a little worried, kind of scared, but what can you do? I mean, the doctor wasted no time in getting me the medication. Literally 15 minutes after talking to the doctor, I was walking out of the pharmacy with that lot. So yeah, today is day 2 of taking the blood thinners. I don't know how long it is going to take to have an effect, but we'll see. There's a month's supply there, so that's probably a good time for waiting for the hospital to get back to me. The hospital will be a day trip, likely, so whatever time it is, it'll be an awkward time of day, and I'll have to go up to probably the big hospital. Looking forward to it? No. But it'll actually tell me if there's something wrong specifically, or whether it's just sympathetic swelling, which I'm kind of hoping is like, well, we can't find anything. That'd be nice. But don't cut myself, because it'll take a lot longer to stop bleeding, and don't bash myself because you'll bruise easy. Ah, great, thanks for telling me that. So yeah, if I accidentally nick myself doing a shaving, I could get the top 10 anime betrayals and just like fountains of blood everywhere, which would be interesting, possibly. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there because I have a propensity to talk for too long about random things. So yes, just to follow on from the last vlog, things have got complicated. Things are not lethal. They are painful in the morning, but right now as I talk to you, it's okay, it's fine. Videos will carry on as normal, but there's going to be interruptions where I need to toddle off and go to the doctors, because yeah, that's why you haven't had so many videos last week, because I was literally talking to my doctor. So yeah. So it's been fun. Hoping everyone out there is okay in themselves. I know some of you are having your own medical maladies, and you have my deepest sympathies. Like, no, seriously, deepest sympathies. It's not fun at all, and yeah, it's not great. But hopefully we all get better, because that's the hope for everyone. And I'm going to leave it there. So if you like this video, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. If you've got to this point in the video and you haven't subscribed, gosh darn, what are you not doing? And I tell you what, I'll catch you next time.